Hi, my name is Shayna. Welcome back to my channel. I first just want to thank you for subscribing to my channel and also enjoying the videos that I have been delivering so far. Once again, if there's anything that I have not discussed so far that has to do with business or life and or being a woman, a believer, please feel free to ask questions. It will help me kind of tailor things that I would talk about in the future. But today we're going to talk about something that's very important, and that is building a strong brand and or personal identity. Okay. And you need both, in 2024, now 2025. Oh, I am behind. Forgive me because it is January 9th of 2025. You need to have a brand identity and then a personal brand identity when you are considering building an online business. And so welcome to my channel where we talk about business, life, and everything in between. I help business owners just as yourself identify their purpose, their position, and then also their process so that they can profit not only in their business, but in their life without burnout and or having a large team. And so I love working with small business owners, and I would like to continue to give content and information to continue to allow us to move our businesses forward in the way that we desire, and then to profit. And that's profiting, not just revenue, right? There's a difference. And we'll talk more about that because I'm seeing that some of us may not know the difference. So I'm going to talk about 6 different things. And if there's any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And please share it out to others so that they can get the knowledge as well. And also, if you would like to connect with me in any way, check out the links below. I am hosting an impact hour where it's actually more than an hour, it's about 90 minutes, where you're able to ask all of your questions related to business. You will be able to work with me one-on-one, and you'll get an update and follow-up from that call. And so if you're interested, all you have to do is click the link below and schedule an impact hour or just a consultation if you have more questions before you make the commitment. I would love to share more information with you. So let's get started. With number one, we're going to talk about brand identity and development. So in the beginning, I wish when I was first starting my business or starting business in general, because to share a little bit of background about me, I have been operating in leadership and or the entrepreneurial world off and on since 2013. And so I just started my consulting firm by leveraging my expertise, what I had been doing for years with other business owners and leaders and organizations. I just did 4 years ago. And so it has been great being in proper alignment with being able to operate in my purpose, my gifts and skills and wisdom, to be able to see so many business owners grow their business and to step out and operate in their purpose as well. And so that's why I do what I do. And to further add, me having a strong background in psychology and therapy, I work with a lot of CEOs and business owners and leaders that kind of suffer, and they suffer in silence because they kind of just put their head to the ground and or foot to the ground, and they just keep going, and sometimes neglecting their needs, and sometimes not having the words and or support to articulate the things that they need to stronger develop within their business. And sometimes that can hold them back from the desires and goals that they're trying to move forward in. And so I kind of step in to support them with that by creating a strategic operational plan that they can implement for themselves and then also their business and teams. And that's why I do what I do. I love what I do. And so in the beginning, I didn't really know the importance of building a brand. I had no idea that me showing up and or helping my clients in marketing, that was building a brand. From even just showing up, sharing things about my daughter, sharing things about my past, my life, that was building a brand. And that was allowing my ideal clients or customers from afar to see who I am. And that was personal branding, right? They're looking at my lifestyle, me being a Christian believer, me being a woman of faith, right? They're looking at that because they're looking at the content that I'm producing and or sharing, and they're from afar making an observation of who I am, my core values. And that helps your customer and or client to identify, is this someone that I actually really want to work with? Will they be able to relate to me? Can I relate to them? Do we have similar core values? So therefore I have a trust in knowing in them for, by gathering that information. That's what your ideal customer or client is looking at from afar when it comes to your personal brand and you're sharing that information. Your business brand as well. So the things that you market, the services that you provide, the solutions that you provide, your customer or client from afar is making an observation to say, hey, this person or this company has the solution to my problem, and this is what they offer. If you are saying you are a coach or consultant, but you're marketing donuts, now if you're telling us that you took your children on a donut date, then that makes sense. That kind of goes into the bucket of the personal development. But if you're saying you're offering consulting services and or coaching services, but we never see you work with customers or clients, we don't see your level of knowledge and or expertise in that particular field, then we're going to question if we're only seeing you talk about donuts. And so that's where building a brand identity is so important. Never feel like you're stuck. You can always shift. The leverage of a personal brand gives you the ability to build like, know, and trust and loyal customers over time. And so anything that you put out, whether you decide to sell donuts or decide to sell perfume 10 years later, your buying market or your ideal customers and clients, you've built this like, know, and trust with them, and you have a personal brand at that level where they will buy anything from you. Let's be honest. Look at Beyonce. I mean, she's able to market and or resale to the same customer and ideal client over and over again because she has a fan base, and the customers and clients are loyal to her. And so in the beginning of building your business, you want and or continue to grow and scale your business, you want to think about, how do I want my ideal customer and or client to perceive me in the market? What solution and or problem solver do I want to be identified as in the market? It's so important. And so hopefully by now you've grabbed a pen and paper. Anytime you come to my channel, I hope that you're walking away with some nuggets that you didn't know before. Okay. Next, we want to talk about brand positioning. And so brand positioning is so important because it helps you be identified in a specific niche and or, once again, that word problem solver or solution to someone's desires. When search engine optimization, when a person goes to Google, they're going to search their problem. They're going to say, hey, I'm having a difficult time starting my business, or how do I launch an LLC, or should I launch an S Corp or a corporation or LLC? They're Googling these things. And so depending on how you position your business in, your digital footprint, whether it's your website or your social media pages, your page may populate when the customer or client is searching you, and you will then be identified as a go-to and or thought leader in a specific area, right? Because of your positioning. And so you want to make sure that when you're building your business, growing your business, scaling your business, that things are in alignment. And so my customers and clients, especially when they're in the growth and or scaling phase, this is why their signature systems are so important, because those systems and processes that we create, they're now able to duplicate them and or scale them, and it's no way around that, right? And so positioning your business is important. You want to write down, what do you want to focus on? What do you want to be known for? And your go-to. Now, you may be multi-talented, right? And so I am that. So it's not so much focusing in now on a specific thing, but what are you going to focus on in this season, this quarter? What message or mission are you going to drive versus just focusing on a product and or service? This is something that I walk my customers and clients through, because it's important to be able to have that comprehension and understanding, and sometimes they don't. And so it's so important because it allows you to leverage and to grow. Okay. there's when you think a couple of episodes ago, actually 2 or so, we talked a lot about market research. That video is called Market Research 101, and I'm not going to get too much into this topic, which is your target market, or analyzing that target market to identify where do you want to cut the fat and what do you want to hone in on, which is also helps you leverage a strong brand identity. It's important. But if you go back and watch that video, I talk a lot about how you can survey your customers and clients, past and current and or future, and then how do you gather that information and create a system so that you're able to leverage that information, leverage that data, which also helps once again build that strong identity brand, whether it's your business and or personal identity. And just target research, also market research helps you, because you may think that your product and or services is wanted and or needed in, just men, but you may notice that your data is saying actually you need to offer it to families, or actually you need to offer it to women. You may say, okay, well, I'm selling this product all year long, but data may show this needs to be a seasonal product and item. So hiring a consultant as myself helps you actually come in and kind of like clear the clutter, and then look at the data and then make an educated response and not an emotional response to move forward and grow your business. Think about when you are getting started, you are your brand architecture, right? And so when you think about an engineer or an architect, a person that works in architect or an architecture person, they are important when it comes to structuring. And so in the beginning, you may not know how to structure or the importance of building a foundation. And so hiring someone to come in, a second pair of eyes, or investing in your company, either in the beginning and or growth phase, and it's never too late and it's never too early to do this, allows you to build a strong foundation. It allows you to not have to build and then tear everything down and then rebuild. It allows you to actually align your energy in a way that sets you up for success, versus setting you up in a place where you're constantly having to reinvest, losing resources and energy and tools. And so thinking about, you are the architect, you are the person that is going to be building this business and growing this business over time. That takes energy, that takes time, but it also takes strategy, and not just strategy that you're going to sit on, but strategy that you're actually going to execute. Okay. And last but not least, which is really, really big, is crisis management, right? Because it allows your customer or client to know who you are serving and how you're going to serve them, right? And as a consultant, we do not just build a external plan for crisis, meaning who do we want to come into the business, but we also build a crisis system for the CEO, for the leader, for the business owner. Okay, because it's important that you're in alignment and that you are aware of your triggers and your emotional responses to things, so that you can continue to be consistent, right? To continue to show up in a healthy way to serve your customers and clients. And that is a part of branding. That should be a part of something you're considering when it comes to personal branding. Am I a person that is goal oriented, or am I focused, or am I all over the place? Because even though you think that you're masking that from behind, like your back office that may be out of whack, you may think that you're masking that. Eventually, you're going to have to see to it. You're going to have to attend to it. You're going to have to do something about it. You're not going to be able to continue to hide it. It's like having company come over to the house and you didn't get a chance to clean this one room, and you're like shoving everything in there. Eventually it's going to start to stink. Eventually it's going to become cluttered, and you're going to need to clean the clutter. So creating a crisis plan, not only for the customers that come into your business or the clients that come into your business on how you would navigate that, but also creating one for yourself internally, doing that internal assessment to say, actually, what do I need to be able to continue to show up in excellence, to be able to continue to show up and be the go-to, the problem solver, and the solution to the problems. Okay. And so hopefully these 6 things give you something to think about and to assess I know it's the beginning of the year. Everyone is starting off strong, and it's been so rewarding to see customers, just showing up, and just saying like, "Hey, this is a new year, new me, and new business." They're not afraid. They're not holding on to the past. They're willing to kind of shed the weight and refocus and pivot as needed. And so, if you are one of those customers or clients or if you're someone, you're the business owner, right? You're the leader in your business organization, and you're saying, hey, it's time for me to reconstruct some things, to reassess where I am, how am I being seen, and then how do I want to be seen in the upcoming future. I am the person for you. So I look forward to connecting with you. Take a look at the links below. Would love to hear from you. Share your comments, share, like, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you soon.